So a lot of you guys have asked me about leaving home, leaving the nest. And I know a lot of you guys are in your teens, early 20s. And this is a subject that can be a little bit difficult. It's kind of scary to move out, man. It's very scary leaving home, but it's one of those things that if you have the ability to do, it is going to make you grow like nothing else. That's the hero's journey. And if you look at the hero's journey, like there's a cycle. The initial step is leaving home, setting out on a journey. If you're stuck at home, if you're stuck in the same hometown that you've been in your entire life, you know where the local deli is, you know the baker's name, the laundromat's over here that your mom always takes you to. You're just familiar with everything. Your brain's not really looking for new opportunity. You get comfortable, all right? And when you're comfortable, there's no opportunity in comfort. Really, think about that. There's no opportunity when you're comfortable. That's why we've been talking about that a lot. Why a lot of us, it's human nature, we seek comfort. And once we have that, it's hard to get out. We don't want to ruin that. But you don't need comfort right now. You need comfort. You can get comfort later in life. You can get a wife later. All right? Focus on you now. You can get these things later on. So, I moved out about 19. And the initial thing that I realized is this is stressful. This is very stressful. I didn't know where anything was. I didn't know the highways. I didn't know where the mechanic was to fix my car. So what this forced me to do was I had to meet more people. And as I met more people, well, I developed better connections. There was this local bar near me. I never had worked in a bar, no experience at all. Knew that being a bartender would probably be some decent cash, and also that it would teach me to be better in social situations because, I was kind of anxious. And so I wanted to throw myself into that and just experience it and have that under my belt. So what did I do? I went on Craigslist and I looked for a bartending position, and there was actually a local bar I could literally walk to. It was like a mile away. And I went in there. I remember I just went in there one day. I didn't even call the dude. I went in there and said, "Hey, can I speak to the manager?" He wasn't there. All right, the guy said, "Come back, so-and-so." I come back a few days later. He's there. He's like, "Okay, we're really looking for someone with experience." And I was like, "Look, I have zero experience, but I am going to learn super quick, all right? I am ready to do this, man." I just expressed that enthusiasm. Sure, that doesn't always work, but it freaking helped, dude. I was ready to go. He could sense it. So you know what? He hired me. And I was terrible. I was terrible, bro. Like, I couldn't make a lot of the drinks. Right in the beginning, I could pour the beer, and, but you learn. You just throw yourself into that fire and you learn. And so when you move out of the home, your brain actually seeks new opportunity. You start, "Oh, I can do this. Oh, meet new people." Imagine going to a new gym. Like, my goal, guys, is to get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. I'm getting comfortable. It's just the way it is. You find homeostasis, and you gotta break that. You gotta expose yourself to new stress. It's just like why we take cold showers, why we do intermittent fasting, all right? Why we train hard. Stress, your body adapts, all right? You get better, you level up. So, imagine that. Imagine new women in the area. But I don't know, which there's plenty of women in any area, but imagine a new gym, new women, new shops, maybe a new grocery store that has something better, all right? So it's funny that we search to get so comfortable. And I think that moving from the home at an early age is a lot of people don't realize the amount of growth potential because they just are stuck on the finances. Usually, a lot of guys, even these days, go right from mother to wife. There's no journey there. The mother to wife because of finances. I think that's a cop-out. I think that, the fuck you gonna move in with a girl or a wife? It's like you don't have your future figured out yet, let alone to support someone else. I mean, maybe, but like there's still so much that you don't know. But again, I'm not hating. It works for plenty of people. I have friends that do this too. But I think that, moving out of the house forces you to get away from parents' influence. It may not seem like the best financially, but then you also have a fire under your ass to make things work, to do something. You got to actually grab your nuts and carry on with your life. And you better, you got to get serious. You kind of got to get those street smarts in a sense. You got to be able to talk to new people. You got to be able to make things happen, or there'd be ability to make things happen, be the catalyst instead of just being a bystander and letting it happen to you. It's like it's easy to let things happen to you when you're at the home. So if you have the ability to move out, whether that be going to school or just moving to an apartment, maybe a little dingy apartment, there's a lot to learn when you have to go pay your own electric bill and gas bill. That alone, there's no free internet anymore. You don't just get to use the parent's car. Okay, you got to do your own dishes, so it forces you to be disciplined. And it's crazy is that it's stressful. Going into the unknown is very stressful, but it's not stressful enough where it pushes you over the edge. So for most of us, we can handle the shit. So what happens is now you enter this state. Once you start adapting, you kind of get into this flow state, like things start clicking better. Everything else becomes a little bit easier because you realize your capacity, your capabilities to thrive within the world. And that right there is growing up. That right there is forward motion, momentum, building yourself to the next level. And, unfortunately, it's just, we don't really talk about this much. Or not a lot of guys are too scared to take that step. So, if it's just going to a dorm, or if it's, like I said, getting an apartment. But I would be careful with moving in with the wrong people. Avoid moving in with a girl, all right? What is that? That's the Rational Male. Rollo Tomasi's Iron Rule number 4, I believe it is. Never move in with a woman unless you are about to get married or 6 months from getting married, all right? 6 months. A lot of guys do this as a cop-out just to get more frequent sex. This is a whole nother topic, but he says that, you're doing this and you're telling her, when you sign that lease, you're telling her, you are my only source of pleasure. So now she's got the leash. There's no more competition anxiety. There's nothing for her to worry about. You are saying to her, I'm living with you, baby. We're in this together. She can decide when to, what to do with that, with the sexual reins as much as she wants. Okay, so moving out's huge and it's good. All right, it's always been good. It's a natural part of the circle of life. Animals do it. All right, men are supposed to do. You become a man when you leave the nest, when you leave the influence of your parents. All right, so yeah, I know it's tough. Maybe you don't have the money right now, but maybe even start to entertain. What could you do? You can get a place. Look online, dude. I got this place. I pay like $600 a month. Cheap. I gotta make that much. I mean, usually water's included. Now, if you live in Miami or somewhere, then it's gonna be a little bit difficult. I'm sure it could be Cali. It's probably very expensive. Also, be careful with roommates. It's tough living with roommates. Maybe if you're going to school, do it for like a year, and then usually you can get out of that. And I live with roommates. It's hard. People don't do the dishes. You just kind of bicker and fight. They have their girls over. They're fucking upstairs. There's a lot of ruckus. People leaving their dirty laundry out. Just chaotic. Someone wants a party. Someone else wants to sleep. Someone else wants to study. It gets a little chaotic. So, hopefully you make, it's not just some random roommates. Usually, if you can, people and You know, you just do your part. So, moving out, bro. The hero's journey begins. You guys, if you have any questions about this, let me know down below, and I will try to answer those. All right? Let's get it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.